not liking the yellow. I don't like the yellow. I don't like the yellow. Let's take off the yellow actually. What is up, guys? Today we are going to take a single speed road bike and convert it back to a traditional road bike with gears. Now, the victim or the patient on this one is going to be this Park Pre Tang bike. I've had this bike for a very long time, many years on this one, and it goes through a lot of variants, and we're just going to add a new variant to this one. Now, as you know, single speed fixie culture was really huge in the 2010-ish area, and a lot of older road bikes were converted into single speeds or fixies, whatever you want to call them. So we're going to take this one and convert it back to a traditional road bike. So what do you need? You need a bike, right? And you need, let me bring you up here. You're gonna need some way to shift your gears, derailleurs. You're gonna need cables, and you're gonna need a chain. Now, for some of the older road bikes, you might need something like this that goes on the back of your frame, and I'll show you where this goes later. All right. Also, you are gonna need the bike. She is set up as a single speed, so we're gonna switch out the wheels to one with gears. This is a Dura Ace wheel with the 8-speed 11 to 42 cassette, so that's going to be easier on the knees for the hills. And I'm also replacing the crank. This is a single speed Shimano 600 crank, and I'm gonna go with this FSA 2x50-34. I think this was called a compact chain ring back in the day, probably still is. So we're going to go ahead and add that. I could just change out the chain rings on this one. That is an option. If you're going to go that route, make sure you check the BCD. Make sure you get the right chain rings. First things first, let's take the bike apart. So that was easy. that spindle might be too small for a 2x. I guess I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit worried how short that spindle is, so I'm gonna do a test fit real quick. And nope, I should be fine. I should be fine. Go ahead and take the chain off. Master link right here. You should use a screwdriver, but as you can tell, you could just put your nail in there and pop it off. And that comes right off. This comes right off. I'm gonna save this chain the next time I do a single speed project. We are going to add a Dior XT, maybe 80 style, 90 style derailleur. Now the big question is this going to handle it? What do you guys think? Put it this angle actually. Be a tight one. I do have a derailleur extender if I need it, but let me go ahead and adjust the beeline on this thing. Hopefully I don't need it. Let's see here. Let's see here now. It's gonna be close, guys. It's gonna be close. I don't think it's gonna work. Let's find out. All right, let's go ahead and add the chain. Before we add the chain, let's go ahead and add the front derailleur. This is a Suntour XC. I'm gonna try adjusting that. Okay, that should work then. Worry about that later. Alright, so this bike actually suffered from being turned into a single speed before I got my hands on it, and someone cut off the Boses, which is fine, which is why I was able to get the shifters that have the strap already built in. But I'm not gonna get rid of this one because these are not easy to find, actually. So I'm just gonna put that there for now. Let's go ahead and put the Suntour shifters on. These are Suntour shifters. Now I'm gonna put them right there. I'm not gonna take this one off. I'm gonna leave it on the frame just in case later on I want to do something else. I know where it is and I don't have to look for it like I did. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take the cable and run it too. And run it through this guy too, just this is not necessary, but because it's there and I don't want to take it off, I'm just going to run it through there too. See if it affects anything or if it helps it. And not going to help it, so I'm just going to take it off. It was not a good idea. All right. So this right here is a cable stop, but back in the days they ran a little thinner. That's why you need something like this. All right, guys, this goes in here and then converts it to a regular size cable. All right, these are getting more and more available now. A couple years ago these were a pain in the ass to find, but now they're becoming more available. Here and boom, there you go. Make sure this piece is long enough. You don't want that. That should work. So right there, right here. Now let's put the cable in. Actually, getting ahead of myself. Okay, so for right now we're just gonna test the cable. Yep. So it looks like it's almost there, but I'm gonna put the derailleur extender just to be on the safe side. I'm gonna lie, part of me did want to run it without the derailleur cable extender, just because it would have been cool. It'd been like, oh yeah, look, it's running an old it's running a vintage derailleur on a 42 with no cable, with no derailleur extender. That would have been cool. But all right, let's go ahead and add the derailleur extender. loosen up the B-pillar bolts. Very quickly, guys, if this was a 40, no issue on a 40, but 42. Let's go ahead and try it now. Yep. Yeah. Way more space. I could probably run a 46 with that guy there. All right, next we're gonna add the front derailleur cable. Put you over here on this side. All right, let's go ahead and add the front derailleur cable. Which this one's a little bit easier because it doesn't need housing. Okay. All right, all we need now is the chain, and now everyone has their own way of cutting the chain. For me, I like to leave the chains as long as possible because I might do something else later on. All right, I kept the chain as long as possible because, like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do with this bike later on, and I might need a long chain. I might not. I don't know. I'll deal with that later. But right now, I'm just going to adjust the limit screws. There. Okay guys, we're almost done here. I did adjust the derailleurs off camera, adjusted the limit screws on the front and the back. Next thing we do is we're going to go ahead and snip off the cables here, front and back. So I leave them a little long just in case I have to do some work to them. And we're going to go ahead and add these alloy cable tips. So like I said before, these to me were a big issue back in the days because we never had them, and now it's like adding the finishing touch on a bike, like almost bike shop quality. Like when someone had that, we always thought they went to the bike shop. We're gonna add some more yellow because I have them. I'm gonna go with these Rock Bro pedals. Yes, I am putting mountain biking what am I putting here? Not liking the yellow. I don't like the yellow. I don't like the yellow. Let's take off the yellow actually. Too much yellow. Here we go. We're gonna add these right here. These are Suntour XC pedals. Yeah, there you go. A little more old school to it. Little keep it old school. Keep it old school with the wide range cassette. Yeah, okay. One's there. Go ahead and put this one there. All right. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, you're not going to leave that front wheel on, are you? Nope. I'm going to put this matching Dura-Ace front wheel. There you go, guys. All right, I'm not done. She's gonna get new grip tape, probably new cables for the brakes, new housings, new cable calipers, but that's not today. That's another day. Today was just adding gears on an old bike that was made into a one by. That's it, guys. Garcelle Cycles out.